Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris. I hope most of you have been joining me on our journey through Armstrong, the adventurous journey of a mouse to the moon for the last 7 weeks. But if you haven't, you might hear something in this bonus part 8 that might make you want to go back and hear that story. It will be listed in a playlist down below, and I hope you really do check it out. It's a really exciting story. Now, we might start by thinking that the idea of a mouse going to the moon is kind of silly, but I'm going to share with you some facts about the race to outer space that might make you think twice and might really surprise you. So, if you're ready for some bonus information about how we ended up in outer space in 1969, almost 56 years ago, I'm here to share that with you. So, if you're ready to hear some bonus facts, I'm ready to share them with you. Here we go. So, there was something known as the space race, and during this time, what used to be known as the Soviet Union or USSR and the United States were trying. They were kind of fighting, and they were trying to figure out who was the best, and they wanted to figure out who could go to outer space first. And initially, in the 1950s, the Soviet Union took the lead and they were the first to have a satellite orbit the, the orbit the outer space, and later the United States was finally able to send their own orbit into outer space. This is still no one's on the moon yet, but just getting to outer space was a big deal. The first Earthlings in space um, were fruit flies, and they went to outer space in 1947, and they were sent for testing purposes, and they launched to a height of 68 miles, almost reaching outer space. Then a monkey named Albert was the first to go up in a capsule. It went up 81 miles in 1949, and later NASA also sent different types of monkeys into outer space, as well as a chimpanzee. And some mice were actually early travelers. Then there came Sputnik, and Sputnik gave birth to the space age in 1957, and it was the first time an object was able to circle the Earth. Then, in 1957, a dog named Laika was sent to outer space, and she was in a space capsule called Sputnik. But still, no people. Then, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin was a Russian cosmonaut, and he was the first man to fly to outer space. The first person from the United States to go to outer space was Alan Shepard, and he went in 1961, but still, no one on the moon. And then there was the Apollo program. And this was the first space program made by NASA, and there were some problems, but on July 16th, 1969, three astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, were sent out on the Apollo 11 spacecraft, and they were the first space team to land on the moon. And Neil Armstrong, which our mouse was named after, was the first human from the United States to touch foot on the moon. And we have some different rockets and ways that the moon landing happened. Things had to come apart. And On July 21st, 1969, after lots of hard work, Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. And he went down in history by saying, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And then shortly after, Buzz Aldrin, who was also on his rocket, came out and joined him. So they were both out there together. And 3 days later, on July 24th, their capsule came down with parachutes, just like they did in the story Armstrong, the Adventurous Journey of a Mouse to the Moon. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed learning some real facts about our space program. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. And one last time, a big shout out to my friend Miss Garcia, who loaned me this wonderful book and gave me the idea of breaking it down into small chunks. I hope you all really enjoyed this story and this series, and I hope to see you all again next time. Keep reaching for the stars.